Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.
Hello everyone, welcome to 4D Sports Talk here at the local station 1320 AM Attleboro. I'm Justin Ferreira and we got the whole crew out here with me. We got Joe DeVerns, Catherine Cullen, aka Kesey, Dominic Demio, and outside Lucy Cabral is continuing her paparazzi on her new cell phone.
I remember when he was just a little journalist. Now he's a big producer.
Yeah, he's coming far away. Crazy to see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. So, good morning, everybody. Again, that was the sports master, Justin Ferreira.
Afternoon, actually.
Excellent. All right. Here we go again. Now, she's right. She's right. We have the pleasure of having Keegan Hamblett. Did I say that right?
Yes.
I said it fast because I didn't want to mess it up.
That's all right.
He covers Swansea and Somerset. I keep on saying Seekonk. Swansea and Somerset baseball, softball, and mostly hockey, right?
Correct.
So the good thing is he can give us some education on what's coming up for the upcoming season. People who don't know that might have been living under a rock, I'll just recap real fast. The Somerset baseball team entered Division II this year in the tournament. They were ranked 29th. They came in at 18-11. Overall 18-11. Again, ranked 29th going into the tournament. 14-8 in the league. They unfortunately got bounced in the field of 32. I want to make sure I said that right before. Yep, they lost to North Attleboro. As far as the other teams that Keegan covers, I want to make sure I get this right, is the this is boys baseball. This is Joseph Case, along with Somerset. The boys team was ranked 11th in the state. They had a 15-8 overall record, 7-6 in the conference. And they finished, I believe it was in the Sweet 16 they got eliminated. I'm trying to find it. And of course, I don't have my reading glasses on me right now. So I'm like this, squinting. Looks good on TV, I bet. But and the other team he doesn't follow, he helps cover for Somerset High School, is the girls' softball team. They got bounced in the round of 16, the Sweet 16. They went in the tournament ranked 7th. 17-6 overall, 10-4 in the conference. So that must have been pretty fun. Then I know you did your best. I know you mentioned as far as you couldn't cover every single game, but you followed them a lot on Twitter.
Yeah, they had the Arbiter Live, and then they had the Blue Raider Studios, which was for Somerset. And
that's pretty cool. That's what they call it?
Yep. And then Joseph Case High School Twitter, they post all the sports, softball, baseball on there. So you just see the record, see who gets the hits, and see how many runs were scored on each team.
Now, is it the coach's responsibility to report the scores? You would think, right?
Yeah, I'd think so, probably, right?
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's the coach, sometimes it's the athletic director, because sometimes both of them at Casey and at Somerset, they're on site for the games.
Yeah, I mean, there are towns where we tried to find scores and data from some other teams they were playing. We couldn't find nothing. We were like, oh, my goodness. That's good that they do that over the Blue Raider. What do they call it? Blue Raider Network?
Blue Raider Studios.
Blue Raider Studios. So I know you guys have a bunch of questions. Me and Joe like to wing it a lot because we're sports psychos over here. But
same here. I like to wing it.
Yeah, so why don't you guys go first, and then I know you guys already talked to them about some of the questions prior to coming in, so let's go for it.
Yeah, so my first question for you is,
That's the
Oh,
headphones.
I'm loud?
No. Just turn down the headphones. Just the headphones. That's why she's loud.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No,
No,
you're
you're
fine.
good, Casey. You can keep
okay.
talking.
Just the headphone knob.
So you see a monitor button?
Yep.
Where's that?
Monitor right there, then headphones right there.
Yeah, just turn on the headphones button. There you go.
And I'm just going to track Lucy too. Just so
Awesome.
headphones are right
There,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, that mic was off because we didn't know if you were coming in. We thought you were going to do paparazzi.
Oh.
Okay, is everything clear?
Am I on?
Yeah, now we're all good.
Yeah,
you're
you're
on,
on
Lucy.
now.
Yeah.
I'm on?
Yeah.
All right, now.
Hello.
All right, so I know we talked about it outside of the studio, like the sports that you do. So like, I wanted to ask you, like, what sports do you broadcast?
Yes.
Like, just to educate. Oh, we got a call.
We got a
Someone's
call
calling.
Yeah, that was quick, yeah.
Call already. Is it flashing? All right, so let's
Yeah.
take the call. I'm about to take the call, little man.
I need help with that.
That's all right.
I
So
can help
press
him
the
down if you
button.
want.
Press that button.
Turn Press that one right there.
Yep,
Okay.
and then turn up the volume.
Then turn that one up.
This
one?
Yep.
There you go.
Hello, caller. You are first to appear on 4D Sports Talk. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Mike in East Bridgewater. Hello.
Mike in East Bridgewater.
Oh,
Mike,
Mike, thanks for calling. Thank you for taking your busy Saturday out of your schedule. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to.
So did you, I don't know, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to thank you. I don't know if you had a quick question for Keegan.
Yeah, I did. So, what do you guys think is causing the shortage of I guess officials across sports, including baseball?
Yeah, so the officials, it's been tough because sometimes even for baseball, softball, maybe you have like two a sport, and then maybe for baseball, softball, you get one behind home plate and then one right in the middle of the field. It's less of a chance for interference, though, but if you're looking across the field, maybe to look at a play at first or third base, it can be hard, and sometimes you might miss a close call. So it could be, like, not really as much of a game impactor, though, but, like, yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we appreciate. Do you have another call before we let you go?
What's up?
Do you have another call before we let you go?
Oh, I might call him later.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. We appreciate you taking the Saturday.
thank you, Mike.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, now you can jump into your question. That was real nice. So drop the call. Yep. And then bring the volume all the way down.
Okay.
By the way, Louis is listening, and he says everything looks great and sounds great.
Great.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Job, our sports
Yeah.
master, Justin. on the
awesome
board.
job.
Learning the boards.
All right, so back to my question. So, what sports do you broadcast? You want to
So-
like educate everyone that's listening?
Yeah, so at Somerset, I did ice hockey and basketball during the winter season. During the fall season, I did some soccer and some football. And during the spring season, we did one baseball and one softball game. And at Swansea, we did field hockey during the fall, and then I did 2 baseball games during the spring season.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I
I'm
can take
sorry.
the next thing. Yeah, I don't mind.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Keegan, as obviously the broadcasting and announcing over the years, you kind of learn that every announcer has one call they can remember in their mind when they think of me announcing, like themselves announcing. What would that call be for you?
So I'm telling you, like, I've done maybe 50 games, and I try not to do the same call every single time. I try to mix it up a little bit. If there was one call from one game I had to remember, it was probably Somerset Seekonk, which was a hockey game. Seekonk came in 24 games in a row unbeaten, and Somerset came in, I believe, 9-3-1 at the time. And then Somerset's defender, they were going on a penalty kill. And then defender Matt Costa, he sent the puck down, and I just said, clear down, that's it. There's your upset of the season right there.
No, that's a
that's
great
pretty
call.
cool.
I feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, with those type of calls too, you could hear how much you remembered of that play. Like, you remembered everything
Exactly.
leading into the game,
Yeah.
everything seconds before that play happened. That's
Yes.
one that sticks out in your mind.
It does.
I feel like every announcer has that type of thing. I can guarantee, Dom, that you have one of those
I
too
probably got a
somewhere.
couple.
So I'm sure there's a huge rival between Somerset and Swansea.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny because the
Especially-
two towns are just right next door to each other.
Yeah,
you know?
Brady dubbed it the Route 6 rivalry when we were doing that
That's true.
in Swansea. Yeah, but the Thanksgiving football tradition, even in field hockey during the fall season, Somerset came in 2.5 years unbeaten, and then Case went to Somerset and got a 3-2 victory. So.
Wow, a lot
So
of
it's-
upsets
Yeah,
there.
it's
Oh,
not
wow.
just Thanksgiving. It's across all sports, too, even
Wow.
basketball, football, soccer.
Undefeated for 2 years?
2.5 seasons.
Holy cow.
Oh, he just wants to make sure he holds the spot.
Yeah.
Is he holding the spot?
I was just going to tell him, click the top right.
Oh, yeah, click the top right. Oh, man. All right, good job.
Just didn't want
Pretty,
that
hey,
going
by
right
the end of the month, you're going to have your degree in engineering. so,
You're doing great, Justin.
so as far
Yeah,
as
no, you're doing amazing, Justin.
You are doing-
Yeah.
Yeah, first time I did not even know how to pick up the phone call.
See
I was,
that?
I was
See
freaking out
that?
for a good couple minutes there, like
Oh, you
trying to
should've
remember.
seen me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
Justin's
was
easily
three
got the
different
smoothest
bullets,
landing
though.
right now.
That was taunting. Here,
Yeah,
and
I
here,
like
right?
when I
Yeah.
first started on it, I'm like, oh, what button do I press? Yeah.
It's a little confusing.
Body internship.
Yep.
Boss must be a jerk, I guess. Huh? So let's talk a little bit about Somerset Berkeley.
Okay.
All right, the baseball program. How many seniors did they have coming in, if you remember?
I believe it was 7 or 8. It was a very senior-heavy team.
It was 7, yeah.
Yeah, and their sophomore group too. Like with those seniors gone, that sophomore group, there's probably 6 of them, very talented hitters and outfielders too.
All right, so are they going to be hurting this year, you think, coming in as far as pitching goes?
I don't think they'll be as hurt as some people think that they're going to be hurt. I think they'll still contend for the top of the conference.
Yeah, that South Coast is tough with
Yes.
old Rochester, and you got DR, who's a big rival, Dayton Rehoboth, who plays in that same conference.
Yeah, and you've got
So
a couple
is-
people. Oh,
What
sorry,
is that?
Lucy.
No. Is that Division 3? What
No,
is
it's like 3A.
3A?
Yeah, but
Oh.
MIA doesn't know what they're doing, so we don't want to get me upset about that. But
Okay.
I think it's believe it 3. I think they're like 3A because East Bridgewater's 4, something like that. But then they have, so you get Dayton Rehoboth. That was the next question before, and then I'm going to stop asking questions. These guys have a lot of questions. So going into their division,
Yeah.
right? What was the big talk in school and the big talk on the, with the team that you heard as far as who were they worried about coming into this season?
So just like a school in general.
Yeah, does
like,
one school come to mind? I know.
like Old Rochester and Durfee too.
Oh,
Durfee's
Durfee.
always been a big school.
But they're out of conference though. They're not in the South Coast.
they do
right?
face off though.
Yeah, they got
once
them in
a
the
while.
schedule.
Yeah.
But what about like conference guys out of the South Coast? Does anybody come to mind like Dayton Rehoboth or one of those?
Even sometimes Apponequet will pop
oh,
up
that's
too.
Pontiac, yeah.
Yeah, because they're right now. Last year they were rebuilding a little bit, but if you come up this year or for next season, they're going to be a tough team to face.
Excellent.
Is New Bedford also part of that?
No, they're in
a different.
Yeah, they're in the Southeast
okay.
Southeast Conference. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, what do you got, old man? You got a question?
I don't know if I'm gonna have time. We got 40 seconds left.
All right, so we'll just work our way. You want to take it into the commercial?
Yeah, sure.
You sure? He's like,
You
all
go.
this pressure this guy's putting on me today. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, so when you're ready.
All right. We're gonna step away in a few seconds, and you are listening to Four Deep Sports Talk 1320 WARA Attleboro.
There you go.
That was perfect, Justin. There you go.
A popular destination, Adria boasts a breathtaking panoramic view of nature in all of its glory in each and every season. Upon visiting their 200-seat restaurant, you will see 3 distinctive areas. The lounge area includes their spacious 26-seat dining bar, high-top tables, and dining tables, all viewing access to 7 high-definition televisions and 3 Kino monitors. A second area set apart from the lounge offers booths and tables to accommodate every member of the family. The third area, a few steps down and separated from the main restaurant by windows, is known as the Fairway Room. It is surrounded by a wall of windows offering not just a fabulous view, but a feeling of serenity and tranquility. It is a favorite spot for lunch, dinner, and functions. It is perfect for a romantic dinner, a casual family gathering, business meeting, or any large group for that special occasion.
Hi, this is Megan Chase of Jack Conway Real Estate. Jack Conway has been providing top quality real estate professionalism since 1956. I take personal pride to ensure that my clients are happy with the services I provide. It is my job to make sure that you are fully involved and fully informed and have all the information to make the right real estate decisions for you and your family. Please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to be a resource for you. I can be reached at 774-240-7707 or via email at mchase@jackconway.com. I'm always happy to assist you with your real estate needs.
There we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. I almost messed that up. We have the privilege of having Keegan Hamblett, just graduate from Somerset, right?
Yes.
Somerset Berkeley, going on to Dean College, and he's giving us a little rundown, actually educating us, because you really don't get that much information from the Somerset, Berkeley, Swansea area, and this is a privilege of having you here. We touched a little bit about the baseball team. You talked about them losing 7, maybe 8 seniors this year. And I know these guys have questions, and you guys can just dive right in, and I'm going to shut my mouth now.
Oh, dumb.
All right, I'm going to dive into my first question now, and mine is,
Right.
how did you get interested in doing commentary?
So going into my sophomore year, I knew nothing about it, and I had no interest in it originally. And then there was a post on Facebook for the Thanksgiving football game for Somerset and Case, and it was saying that they needed an extra announcer because the other announcer was sick or couldn't make it. And it was my mom actually who messaged Tyler Clark, who was the old announcer.
Yeah, we had Tyler here on the show. I think.
Yeah, he was there for about 9 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
So my mom got into contact with him, and then we set up a phone call and went over how the game was going to go, like when to meet up and do stuff pre-game and a couple days before the game, and that's pretty much how it all started.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and so that is a huge game, Case,
was.
and always, and so we always have cameras down there.
Oh, for the
But
town
the
rival there?
Thanksgiving- yeah,
Yes,
the
for the Thanksgiving game.
Well, who do they play? Do they play? Who does Case play in things? They play.
Case plays Somerset.
Oh, they
Somerset.
do play
Yeah,
Somerset.
Yeah, huge. And so Jim Mullins over at UMass Dartmouth
Yeah.
usually comes down also.
Yes.
He's in the booth with these guys.
Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty
So he's
cool.
the announcer over there for
Yeah, Dartmouth, the
for
Pirates.
UMass
Yeah,
Dartmouth.
yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool. No,
Yeah.
the Corsairs. Oh, I messed that up doing a hockey game one time too.
The Corsairs.
Yeah, they called the Corsairs, and I
Oh,
was
man.
doing UMass hockey at the rink in New Bedford. I did like 8 games. Like every now and then I slept out. I called them the Pirates. They're like, they're the Corsairs. I'm like, oh, well, today they're the Pirates. Needless to say, I didn't get my 9th phone call to do a game, but it was an accident, whatever. But
Oops.
yeah, exactly. I felt like a jerk too. I was like, oh my god.
These things happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corsairs is kind of a tough one to actually learn. That one's pretty tough to remember. Usually it's like Spartans or something like that. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, but you look at the guy, he looks like a damn pirate.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a Corsair, he looks like a pirate,
What makes him look like a pirate?
Just the way he's out in his outfit, he has a patch in his eye, his hat, his baggy pants, his suspenders, his sword, the pirate, the parrot on his shoulder. I'm like, that's a damn pirate.
Yeah, well, what's the difference between a Corsair and a pirate then?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought Corsair was a ship.
Yeah, there's a good chance that
Isn't it
Dom,
a
you might need to
car?
talk. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a style of a car.
Okay.
that's even more confusing than I can't lie, Dom. That has not cleared up any of the confusion.
Oh, boy,
Anyway.
poor Keegan scratching his head like, how did we get into this? Oh,
Yeah, no.
boy. All right, what else you guys got for him?
Okay, so Keegan, you said that your first game announcing was Thanksgiving football,
Yes.
right? Most people, when they're announced, it'll be like a small preseason game to get their foot in the door.
Yeah.
It'll be like a lacrosse game or something like that. Do you think having such a high-intensity situation, it being a football game on Thanksgiving, really kind of made every game after that a little bit easier and kind of dulled down in comparison?
Yeah, and I think it's just like the people I was with during the game, like Tyler, even Lucy too, like just giving pointers, and the players on the field too, just giving me stuff pregame, giving me the notes that I would have to take into notice like for future games too. So I think just that game in general just helps build for not even just smaller, less important games, but even if you call another big game too, because I called the Thanksgiving game last year when it was at Somerset. So just what I learned from that first game just took into account what to do for the next big game.
Yeah, I actually didn't really think about how it would help you with the next big game, too, because it is just being in a high-pressure situation yet again. Like, you already have familiarity in that form, basically, so I
Yeah.
think that does make a lot of sense. That helps there.
Exactly.
And then you obviously are doing this in college, right, since you're on Dean?
Yeah, this is going to be my major sports broadcast.
This is going to be your major.
Yes.
Do you know if they have something set up where you can help announcing the sports there, or what does
I
that look
believe
like?
they have a couple ties with the Northeast Generals hockey
Oh.
program there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And then Brett Schaafs, who we mentioned earlier, is one of the
Yeah.
interns here. He's part of the Brockton Rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, he was an intern. He's not an intern no more.
Yeah.
He left us for
For the Brockton
Yeah,
Rocks.
for the Brockton
So
Rocks.
I got to shadow him for one of the Rocks games.
Oh, cool.
And then
There you go.
The color announcer, he had to leave to go pick up food at Subway.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
He had to go pick up food at Subway, so I got stuck doing the final 2 innings of that Rocks game with Brett. I had no idea what I was doing, but we made it through.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Got me thinking of
Small
Subway.
world.
I want to
Right,
get
right.
that after this.
That's funny.
But Brett is great. I mean,
Yes.
he
Yeah, he
interned
was.
with us, and
Yeah.
he's on our alumni list. But yeah, you're gonna have a good time with Brett.
Yes.
He's awesome. If he's out there listening, Brett, call in. This is cool. Small world.
Yeah, Keegan, it's funny how you were talking about how you didn't really expect to be doing those last 2 innings and you
Yeah.
end up out doing by yourself. I
I
feel
know.
like the broadcasting and announcing spectrum is one where that happens the most, where something unexpected happens
Yes.
that causes that. Like this year I was training a freshman basically to announce my left field.
Okay.
And I had an AP test at the same time for the baseball senior night. And I didn't finish until like midway through the senior night.
Oh,
so I
no.
could, he had to announce the entire starting lineups. He had to do everything by himself. I didn't really prepare him for that at all beforehand because I thought I'd be there.
Oh,
but
no.
it helped him, so now he's good. Like, he's gotten a lot better because of that experience.
Yeah,
I
worked
think,
out in the end, though.
yeah, every single time I feel like having that high intensity on you
Yeah.
always results in the best outcomes every single time.
Yes.
So now it's great to see Casey.
True
you-
story.
or
Just
Yeah.
even when you guys are on the spot here, same type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
improvisation's a massive thing in
Awesome.
this,
Yeah,
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what's the key to talking about the perspectives of the play-by-plays?
I think it's just you got to focus on the action. Like, you don't want to overtalk and you don't want to undertalk. You just got to find the right pace. If you know what I'm saying. Just got to find the right pace. Like, don't need to call everything that's in front of the camera. You can talk about stuff that's going outside the frame that the viewer might not be able to see, or just even background stuff too.
Yeah, so was there a certain method that you used to help yourself get better at like filling dead time? Like, did you listen to your old broadcasts, basically find out where there were gaps and then how to fill those?
Yeah, sometimes. Like when I was doing the hockey season at Somerset, like during the breaks, I'll mention coaches' names, like sometimes players' stats, like who the leading goal scorer is, the goaltender.
Yeah.
Mention some outside stuff too, like the fans. Like I'm very big on getting attendance numbers, so like when when they come into the stadium and like they pay, they get the ticket, and I just have the guys before just say, hey, mark down how many tickets you guys have sold so I can announce it on the broadcast after. So even just little stuff just to fill in the time.
Oh, that's genius. I never even thought about the ticket thing.
Yeah,
It's actually
that-
really
oh,
smart for
wow.
attendance, yeah. Dang.
I learned
Yeah,
something, right?
kind of impressed there. Never even
Love
thought
it.
about announcing the amount of people who are in the stadium. That actually is really smart. But no, so
That's very smart because it shows support.
yeah, exactly. It
Oh,
shows
yeah.
Not only from
Yeah.
the town, but parents and whoever's out there.
yeah, and it
just
gives a little
watching.
credit to the fans too, like giving their
Sure.
what they
Yes.
contributed to the game. Obviously, a little bit of
You
credit.
never know who's going to be out in that crowd. Scouts, anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Never
very
know.
True. Especially if one of the kids on the team has like a past NFL dad or something like that. They're
Right.
gonna be in the stands. It's crazy
you
how
never
many things
know.
happen. Yeah, it's insane how much Massachusetts has for that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so Keegan, I wanted to ask you, as you've been announcing all that type of stuff, have you kind of been branching out, kind of like developing your own type of brand for all that stuff, so you could have it just self-sectionized as your own thing, or is that not something in the works right now?
So I save pretty much every single game I have. If it's not on YouTube, or sometimes we just bring my personal camera equipment, I can just save that. Me and Brady Kudo, who you guys have had on here a couple times, we've started a podcast, the Sports Saga podcast, and he's been able to get like CBS, Fox analysts, even personnel like coaches, former players. So I think just having that like as a backup too, it just, I don't want to say like brings it all together, but it just puts more out there.
No, I'm really happy you said yeah. I was going to say you should definitely do that because
Yeah.
having that as an addition to the announcing gives you stuff to do in between the games, which is actually really
Exactly.
beneficial.
Yeah, and it still helps practice announcing too.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're still talking behind a mic. If you're in
Exactly.
front of a camera, you're going to be more comfortable
Yeah.
when you're in front of a crowd. Everything just
Yeah.
aligns together, and that's really cool to see. Then Casey, Justin, Dom, or Lucy, any of you guys want to?
I'm waiting for them to chime in.
Yeah.
Actually, we are going to have Brady. I think it's a July 30th. Yes,
Yeah,
July
July 30th,
30th
yeah.
show. We're going to have Coach Dave. I keep saying that wrong.
It's a German name.
It is a German name. Well, anyway, he's going to be here with a couple players, Case High School baseball, and Brady. And shout out to Brady for putting us in contact, or putting me in contact with you, and as well as the sports athletic teams over at Swansea and Somerset. So that show's going to be very interesting. I don't know if all of you know, but Brady is the announcer over at Seekonk Speedway.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. He's graduated sort of from Swansea's high school sports broadcasting, but he's up there with Keegan. And it's going to be great having him on the show again with coach and manager of Case High School's baseball team. So, yeah, they had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
I was on camera for
That
a
was
couple
pretty
of their
cool.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you got, old man? Anything good?
Got a minute 15 left.
All
Well,
right.
You can work in your question, and we'll just go into the commercial.
Yeah.
All right. My next question is, Why do you believe covering other teams gives like a better perspective, like as opposed to like covering only home?
Yeah, so you just get a look at how other teams like shape up, maybe how they do the roster, their formations. So you get that look of how they would play against other schools. Like, say if Case was playing Apponequet, then you could get a look at how Somerset or another school would play.
Right.
That same school. So you just get a look, and maybe if you try to help them and give them some like key information about like how they're set up and stuff
A
like
lot
that.
of that stuff's on a huddle. Back when I started broadcasting, you had to go to the games to get a clue. You ought to read the paper.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you hope that the paper was telling the truth. And when you bring someone in the interview, and this is back in Taunton, and half the time it was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, fantastic. Now I, look like now I feel like a jerk, you know? But if you a lot of times, you just have to go to the games. You go to I used to go to 2 games prior to the interview when they used to come in. And then, like, they have huddle. So huddle was
I
awesome.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right, so we're ready to step away?
Yep.
All right, we're about to step away. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online podcasting live.
Press it one more time because we went into the commercial.
Oh, then he has to shut the mics up. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Manny Del Carmen from the 2007 World Series champion Boston Red Sox.
World champs again.
Sports analyst for Nesson. Along with my best friend Jose Diaz, we grew up in the city of Boston, a city that we truly love. Jose and I have always talked about giving back to the youth within our city. Therefore, we created the Boston Athletic Academy to move our passion to action. Our goal is to develop future student athletes in Boston by providing a safe location to offer educational and athletic needs. We are taking the next steps and looking forward for your support to reach our goal. Please visit thebostonathleticacademy.org for more information. Let's make a difference because success has no boundaries.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA. The new producer is doing one heck of a job over there.
That's our
Yeah,
sports
he
master,
That's the sports master / journalist,
Justin Ferreira.
Justin Ferreira. We have the privilege of having Keegan Hamblett, right?
Yes, sir.
I got that 3 times right. That's pretty
Yeah.
good for me. It really is. And he covers Somerset baseball, softball, Swansea softball, baseball, and hockey for Somerset
Yes.
Berkeley. So what I want to ask you is, staying on the Somerset Berkeley high school thing, what was the talk in school, in the corridors and from the players? Who was going to finish better, the girls softball team or the boys baseball? What was the rivalry going on in school? They must have been talking about something in the lunchroom.
They did not really, but I would say, me personally, I would say the girls' softball team had more of an edge when it came to the hitting side, and then the boys' baseball team when it comes to the pitching defensive side.
Now, the girls, we touched this before, the girls were ranked 7th in the state out of Division 2, which I don't think they should have been. They should have been Division 3, but what do I know? 17-6 overall, 10-4 in the conference, in the South Coast Conference. So they're reckoned. I can actually do this. So they beat Holliston 7-0. They beat Agawam 4-3, and then they ran. Oh, they got the bye. Let's make sure they got the 7th seed got the bye, and then they unfortunately lost Tewksbury in the Elite 8. No, I'm sorry, the Sweet 16 7-2. So they had a really good run.
They did.
They did. They went all the way to the end there, basically, and lost
Just about.
against, who was it?
They
Who
lost
did
to
they lose
Tewksbury.
to?
You're thinking of
Tewksbury.
you're thinking of Swansea. I thought you were thinking of Swansea for a minute.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, they lost to Austin Prep in the
Yeah,
finals. Yeah,
that's
we haven't
what it is,
we haven't
Austin
got to
Prep.
that school yet.
Okay.
I had a feeling just because I know her a little bit, I can feed off a little bit. Like I said, I think I know where she's going with this. She's
Well,
on
I'm
the wrong
trying to get the
school.
coach and the,
Yes.
her daughter.
That would be cool.
In here, Shannon and Olivia.
Okay.
Oh, it would
High
be a good
school
interview.
softball. Yeah.
Now, as far as the softball goes at Somerset Berkeley, every school usually has an ace pitcher. You know, young, flexible arm. You can pitch them every game. They can throw over 100 pitches or whatever. Who was that person who was that pitcher over there at Somerset Berkeley?
For Somerset softball, definitely Lainey Martin. Very strong, very accurate too.
Yeah.
And she's good at rotation of the ball, whether you want to throw a curve, change up.
Rising fat, what do they call it? Rise ball, or whatever they call that now. Yeah, the ball rises. I look at fastball. They call it a rise ball.
Fastball?
Yeah, it's a rise ball. What happens? It's not like a fastball. What happens is the way they hold the ball when they release it, the ball actually goes up instead of down.
Oh,
Does that
wow.
make sense? Yeah, they call it the rise ball, and something like you said,
Well, I didn't know that.
I did until I saw it in real life, and then someone did.
Like I've seen softball actions, but I had no idea it was called a rise ball.
Yeah, they call that the rise ball. It's basically a fastball that takes off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like when she pitcher throw a fastball, it gets away from. She's purposely throwing it low, and from a release point, just before it hits the plate, it takes off high.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
But
Interesting.
And what was their other thing? They had to be great hitters, obviously, because all those wins they had.
Yeah. So Mary Jo was probably one of their better hitters. I don't know if she had any home runs, but definitely had, when I was going to see some of the games, definitely had some solid hits off the bat.
Biggest thing besides, unfortunately, what happened, but going in the tournament, what was their biggest plus going into that tournament this year, you think?
I think it's just the depth of the team in general. Because you have girls who can pitch, you have girls who can hit, you have girls who can throw it in the outfield, girls who can even throw in the infield too, and they've got a good catcher on their hands too.
Now, how are they doing for numbers next year? How many seniors are they losing?
I believe 6 or 7.
So just like the baseball team.
Yeah.
That's a rough guess. I mean, if it's around there, then hey, we're gonna look like we know what we're talking about.
And this is the same with the baseball team too.
Yeah.
They have good 8th graders coming in from both Somerset and Berkeley that could potentially play on that varsity team as a freshman.
Wow.
Now, as a fan of the school, right? What do you think about the 8th graders getting thrown in something like that? Because they do have the potential. They're going to have to play varsity if they if they're strong enough and understand the speed of the play.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of that? The 8th graders playing high school ball at that level?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you can prove that you're worthy of that spot, if you put time in, time out on practices and in games, you deserve to be in that spot.
Excellent. That's what I was just curious. Everyone has their own perspective. Like at first, I didn't like it. I thought the kids were going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And some of the kids, not just that they're mature. That's the language they always use. Is a kid mature enough to play at that level? But now it's, are you strong enough? Are you fast enough? Are you mechanically able to, to play that sport and compete at that level with the other 12th graders that are probably heavier than you, faster than you? But at first, I really wasn't. I was like, oh, this doesn't look good. Someone's going to get hurt. Now, to talk about the team, Lucy was mentioning about the Swansea girls softball team.
Oh my goodness,
right?
Crazy.
They went on a fantastic run. They were ranked. We touched on this. They were ranked 11th in the state. Finished 15-8, 7-6. What did you hear over there about them? Their run, I guess.
Just a couple upsets along that state tournament because they got all the way to the championship game, which I want to say was at UMass Amherst.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
yeah,
you're right.
And it was just the way they came together as a team, just down the stretch.
Definitely. I mean, Shannon, who is the head coach over there, her daughter, actually, she graduated from Case. And she played on the championship game way back when and won. So her daughter, who was the catcher, Olivia, also is on that run. So I don't know if it's Olivia a senior. I think she's going out.
I'm not exactly sure.
All I know is they're in a tournament right now in Connecticut, so that's why it's hard to reach them. But yeah, they've had a heck of a run. We're hoping to get them on the show.
It's funny, if you look at their run, all these other teams they beat, they knocked off the top teams in the conference except for Amesbury.
Right.
Hey.
So Amesbury obviously won the state in Division 4 girls softball.
And that was a 1-0 game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got, I'm not pronouncing this wrong, Quinbin, don't even know where that is, in Bear, Mass. I saw that looked that up earlier. I know what Littleton is. So all these small towns knocked off the other teams in the top 4 besides Amesbury to get to this. So that's pretty big because, those teams, those other teams that beat those other teams to get to face Joseph Case, and then Joseph Case taking them out. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. You always like those Cinderella teams, but you always like when the home team wins too,
True.
But that was pretty good. The other teams, and of course, Amesbury was ranked 2nd in the state, and they were just, from what I heard and from what I read, they were like firing all cylinders. But kudos to them. And
Exactly.
you know. So what did you know? What more do you know about which you already do know about Case, the girls team? How many seniors did they lose? Do you remember?
I don't. 'Cause
That's all
I
right.
didn't do a game.
didn't do
I'll
a
say
game.
6
I
or
did-
7.
yeah.
You filmed a couple, Lucy.
Yeah, I
think.
did film a couple, and it looked like they had like 6, maybe 5 or 6 seniors.
Oh,
going
did
out.
they?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
All
including their star catcher.
All
Yeah,
right,
but I'll
very
say
good.
quickly, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like they'll still be a top team
You think
come
so?
next
Oh,
year's
yeah.
tournament.
Yeah, that's
very
another
strong.
Yeah, one of those other small schools that play at the South Coast Conference.
Yes.
Hey, what do you guys got? I'm rambling on here.
How much time do we have?
Got like 3 minutes, so.
3 minutes.
3 minutes? All right. So I'll go on to my next question, actually. So who do you look up to as your inspiration?
Just in broadcasting, probably Mike Gorman, the Celtics play-by-play guy.
Mm.
Just
Oh,
the way,
yeah.
He's good.
Just the way he's done it for over 40 years, and just his delivery too. Like, it's not over the top. It's like just basic set down the middle, and it works.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, Mike Gordon's so good. I'm happy as for a couple of the finals games, I was in a car early. I wasn't near any TV, so I listened to his play-by-play
Okay.
during those,
Yeah.
and they make you feel like you're actually there because
I
he says
know.
every little detail, but
Yeah.
it's not too much. Like at the same time, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's insane.
exactly.
Yeah, like it's impressive. It's really good. Like it's crazy that he does it that good. You know who Kevin Harlan is?
Yes.
Kevin Harlan's
Yeah,
probably my
he's
favorite.
great.
He's so good, dude. There's a
Yeah, he's good.
yeah, there's one game they had. I think it was like 2 years ago. He was announcing 2 football games live
remember
at the
that.
same
At the
exact
same
time.
time?
Yeah, coolest thing.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
goodness.
Yeah, they scored 2 touchdowns same time, and they were saying like, "What game are you announcing?" So he was announcing both of them, and he just goes, "I'm announcing both at the same time." It's so cool.
So what was he getting the video feed from somewhere else?
Yeah, so I think what it was it might have been. I'm
It's the
trying.
race for the bye with New England, Kansas City.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. It was a race for the bye. Yeah, you're
okay.
wow.
Was
Good thing
that
you
on-
remember
yeah.
that. Actually,
Was
nice
that on
job.
the internet?
No, it was on one of the NFL networks. I think that I'm trying to remember what it was that got him doing both games at once.
Oh,
But
NFL ticket.
No, the
maybe?
Dolphins threw a touchdown to knock the Pats down, like
Yeah.
final 30 seconds.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that happened. Then I think the Chiefs won their game around the exact
Yes.
same time. So what it might have been, I think he was announcing one game, and then because the other game was ending at the same time, he decided just to pull up the video feed from that and do both at the same time.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, one of the most impressive things because he did both really good at the same time too. Like, it wasn't like he was lacking on one either. It was pretty crazy.
That's doing a lot of homework.
Yeah.
You know, just getting to know the
Oh,
players
yeah.
and looking at. Well,
Is it like
either way.
two special TVs? Like
Yeah, I think
where
it's 2 monitors.
Someone's watching like a game, and then maybe like their kid, they're watching like a Cartoon Network at the same time.
No, I
Could
think
be. You never know.
so probably what he had, the 2 monitors, flipped the mic to that game, flipped the mic to the other game,
Yeah.
went back to the other game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, I follow Jason Tatum on Instagram, and he actually posted a picture, like, of him and his son, like, watching TV, like, while his son is actually watching a cartoon, and he's watching, like, a game.
That's awesome.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All the stuff with Tatum's son during like the finals run was
Yeah.
awesome to see. It was so cool.
Cute.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest
he's
parts.
he's adorable.
Yeah.
What do we got, old man?
We got 50 seconds.
50 seconds. You have another question you want to go before we go to break?
I can wait till after.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You having fun over there?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Good. You doing a
Why
good
wouldn't
job.
I be having fun?
I don't know. You didn't walk out yet, so that must be a good sign. You got your water. You're good to go,
Yep.
right? It's all
You're
al-
doing great,
It's
Justin.
all alcohol free. There's nothing else
Yes,
in it.
I would never do that.
You know, when we come back from break, we should go over a couple things coming up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Then I want to ask Keegan a couple more things about
Yeah,
Somerset.
absolutely.
I got one more
Absolutely.
question for him, too.
All right. All right. How we doing?
All right, 15 now.
All right, here we go. So, you're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word. You can watch Keenan via our link through our website to the WARA YouTube page, and, of course, the podcast through WARA on the radio side. Did you hit that button already? Uh-oh, he did. All right, we'll be right back. More after this.
You're good, Justin.
Welcome to Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic.
Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage,
physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
Now lower it a little bit. And
Yeah, there you go, Justin. Nice job.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. Here at 1320 AM WARA Attleboro, we are here with Keegan
Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Hey.
Sorry, my
That's all right.
mind went blank on Yes, I'm Catherine Conley, aka KC, with Justin Ferreira, aka the Sportsmaster on the board, Joseph DeVerns, aka Joe Dez, Dominic Damiano, and Lucy Cabral, aka the Paparazzi.
Love that.
And want to call in at 508-222-1320. And my last question for you is, Keegan, who's your favorite pro player and why?
If you had to go all time, probably Bergeron for the Bruins.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a fan of captains, always been a fan of hockey. He just got me into hockey in general, and just the way, just how he leads the team. I like him, and I like his skill set too. And the Selke Trophy has to be renamed after him.
Good point.
Yeah, no, they definitely should do that. It's cool seeing how you watch the NBA, right?
Yes.
You see how they renamed the Eastern and Western Conference Finals or MVP
Yes.
to like Larry Bird,
Yes.
Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I like that idea.
I loved it too. The fact that the Celtics won the first Larry Bird award, that's perfect.
Yep.
That's-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm not even that mad that we lost the finals because the fact that Tatum won the
fact
first
they
ever
got
Larry
to the
Bird.
finals.
Yeah.
Yes. yes.
We're not even 500 like
I
for
know.
the record halfway through the season that we made the finals.
I
That's
know.
mind blowing. Now we got Malcolm Brogdon, Danilo Gennari. It's insane. We're gonna be so good next year.
Yep.
But nah. So Justin, you have any more questions? I was about to ask Keegan one night. He was blank. Started thinking about the Celtics a little bit.
You can go first if you want to.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to improvise until I get the question back, but we should be good.
I'm rubbing
So-
off on the poor kid.
No, that's good. So, okay, I got it. So, Keegan, obviously you talked about you want to do this in college. You want to go to Dean College for that stuff.
Yes.
What would you say in about 10 or 15 years is your final goal for this entire experience, for the broadcasting, for the announcing, for everything culminating together?
Just to be successful, like if I'm still doing it, for me, that's a win. I don't care if it's all the way at the top. I don't care if it's even like a minor league or something like that. Just to be doing it and to be happy doing it.
That's an awesome view
Yeah.
to have for that. A lot of people, they'll think that I only want to be doing this if I'm making a certain amount of
Yeah.
money, but that you love what you're doing is
Yes.
what that shows. That's awesome to see.
Even if it's part-time, just on the side. If I'm still doing it and I'm enjoying it, then that works for me.
Now, would you relocate to go to another state to
I
follow
would.
another team?
I
Good.
would.
I don't think I ever asked that question before.
Nah, I
No,
don't
but
think
that
I ever
is a
heard
good
that asked.
question.
Because you don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. I think with this, you have to keep an open mind.
You
all
do.
the way through. I mean,
Okay.
some people go out there and, they want to be on ESPN, like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you set yourself up for failure that way.
Yeah.
Because along the road, you have to indulge yourself in different things, whether it's camera, whether it's being on, in front of a microphone, in front of people. Yeah.
Gee, where did you learn that
really
experience
have
from?
to
Oh.
keep an open mind.
I wonder where
Oh,
you learned that experience from.
Speaking of ESPN, my mother actually mentioned to me a couple of times, well, maybe someday, Catherine, you could be on ESPN.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
never know. You gotta
Never know.
But she's right. You got to start somewhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
Keep an open
Very
mind.
And that's why I was trying to wink and say, I wonder where she got all that. I wonder where she did live
Know you
games.
too well.
Right? Somewhere around the state, she might have been just doing a camera one time, or you never know. Doing a live show somewhere, besides in the studio. I could go on. But, so, you believe right now that you, off the top of your head, if you're a gambling man, boys baseball team over Somerset Berkeley. Again, they finished, I want to make sure I get it right again. Don't tell me I want to cheat. They finished 18-11, 29th in the state. How do you see them going next year, losing those 6 to 7 seniors?
No, they're core. And we mentioned earlier that 8th grade team that's coming in from Somerset and Berkeley.
And the
that's gonna be
sophomores.
right? Yes.
And the sophomores coming up. So what do you think overall record? What do you guess?
For next season, you said what, 29 games? Or is that including the...
That was 29. That was 29th in the state. They finished 29th in the state, going into the sectionals.
And what was the record again that you said?
15, I think it was 18 and 11. No, that was good. That was... If people can hear me cheating on my papers moving on. 18 and 11. What a great journalist I am.
Yeah,
18 and 11.
Doing cheat sheets on your paper.
I am.
Yeah, I think they'll still be up there, maybe 16 and 13.
16. Oh, that's really?
Yeah.
Do you think they could be under single digits with wins? Is that possible?
No, I don't see that. Like, there's still going to be a school that no matter who you plug in, they'll still be decent and get results.
And then girls softball, they finished 17 and 6 overall, really good. 7th in the state. Again, as a fan and seeing what you saw and knowing who they have coming up and the kids that they're losing, like you mentioned, roughly 6 or 7, whatever it is. How do you see them going this year?
Maybe 14 and 9.
Really?
Yeah. Just a little step back. I still believe they'll still contend, maybe just sneak into that state tournament, even contend for conference championships, stuff like that during the season.
So you can see them competing for the small division out of the
Yes.
South Coast. And who's that? Fairhaven? Fairhaven's in there somewhere too. Fairhaven and Bourne, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So that you think the people, the fans out there listening, they should they should expect another very competitive team.
Absolutely.
Now, before we touch on us, how much time do we have left in the gray?
12:53 right now.
12:53. Before we get into our schedule, we touched on Somerset Berkeley hockey, correct?
Yes.
How do you think they're looking?
I still think next year,
Yeah.
I still think maybe they'll get the same record, but I believe next year, after that,
Right.
it's going to start going downhill a little
You
bit.
think so?
Because the people coming up,
It took me a while.
I don't want to say they're not as good, but they're just not as strong.
Or not as
And
ready,
it's just
maybe?
not going to be that depth. Like this year, they've had a lot of depth. You go freshman all the way up to the top.
That's cool. I mean, you're
Yeah.
there, you're
Yeah.
seeing it. You know what I mean? Plus, you'll probably look at the do they get a JV program?
I don't think they ran one this year.
Do they have a freshman program?
No.
So it's just JV, probably number thing, right?
Yeah.
Not much numbers, but I know I can speak for everybody here. We want to thank you for coming on today. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, I did. I had a
I know
great
you were a
time.
little nervous in the lobby there for me, like, who's the big guy at the computer?
Yeah, like I said on the way up here, don't let Dom intimidate you.
No, did you have fun?
Yeah, I did.
Good. But like I said, if you come back, we're hoping that Joe comes back as an intern. If you come back from Dean College, there's always a way to blend you in to get more.
Absolutely.
Keep basically
Absolutely.
when you're in college, you're just keeping up to date on your craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either running a board, going covering a game with us, or just interviewing other kids and stuff like that. So that option's always there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, and we'd like to have you back with Somerset's hockey team.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Head
go.
coach
Yeah.
and a couple players. We can work on that. We can set up a date. And I know Dom's going to be away. I'm going to be away
Yeah.
the first week in August. So Dom, where are you going?
I'm going to the World Series, but this time in Vincennes, Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
must be doing pretty good then. Yeah, so they get picked out of the state. It was me and one other guy for the 11-year-old Cal Ripken tournament. I don't know where this guy's from, but she was in the thread, to give you a thread. The umpire-in-chief's from Chicago, so he contacts all the other guys. And then they check on your flights. They put you up room and board, blah, 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 all that other stuff. So that happens. The World Series starts for the 11-year-olds in Cal Ripken on that Friday, and they'll play all week halfway through they'll play pool play. Then you'll know who's in the tournament for the World Series and who's in the Ironman tournament. So they'll have like a runner-up type of tournament, so they call it the Ironman. Then you just play through, and next thing you know, you're on a plane, you're going home.
Yeah, Dom, last World Series you went to, we ended up getting Tom Morrissey from that Tommy
Right.
Morrissey interview.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Palm
right.
Beach, yeah,
that
Tommy,
that was
great.
awesome. That
Yeah.
was Jersey, right?
That was West
Florida,
Palm
right?
Beach,
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
So there was this kid. He was like the Jim Abbott of baseball. Remember Jim Abbott, the baseball
Yes.
player? This kid was the same thing. He was 10 years old, only had one arm, but he could pitch, he could catch, he hit the ball. And we had the luxury of having him and his father and the coach from that all-star team call in. And I just happened to be there. I think I was still at the World Series.
Yeah, you were still down in Florida. You were on the phone with us, Darren. It was
Yeah,
funny.
it was funny. I was at the park, sitting there hanging out, and trying to get some exercise. Like I really needed to sweat my butt off the ball field, and I had them calling. It was pretty fun. So that's one benefit of doing that. And hopefully we'll be able to do
we'll
it again.
do it again, definitely.
Maybe grab another
in Indiana.
Yeah, maybe grab another town, another Cal Ripken town that has we can promote something like that.
Yep.
So we're good.
Yep.
How much time?
4 minutes, 12:56.
We have plenty of time. So
the upcoming,
schedule. Yep.
on July 30th, that show
Yep,
will
that is
be.
going to be. I got to shoot my calendar real fast.
You know what? I want to say this guy's name right.
So while you're doing that German guy's name right.
Right. He's
August.
the head coach.
Yep. So sometime in August, we're thinking the 20th to 27th, we might be up in Jamaica playing in Boston with Manny Del Carmen from the Boston Red Sox and his best friend, Jose Diaz. He just opened up their facility, the Boston Athletic Academy. So maybe we can get down there. We'll get the cameras up there. We'll get the radio feed. We'll get it live on our YouTube page. We can walk around the facility. Maybe get some B-roll that we can add to the show.
Definitely.
And then I can pick on Manny and he can pick on me.
So that's the Boston Academy.
Boston Athletic Academy.
Athletic
Yeah,
Academy.
BAA.org.
So they just built a new facility.
They did. They just broke ground this last summer.
Nice.
So it's all up
so
and
he's
running.
inviting us up to check it out.
Yep. Check it out. Walk the grounds. They also have an AAU program, all that other stuff. And then like you talked about, we want to do the hockey program.
Yes.
Right, for summer. So we're starting to reach out to this side of Route 3 or whatever we want to call it, 195 or whatever.
And so they also have their golf tournament coming up,
They got
right?
the golf
in
tournament. Yeah,
September?
we cover that in September. So if you guys want to come and help that out, it's pretty
That's
cool.
a lot of fun, I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
And this time we're actually going to set a speaker up so when we're at our table, people can hear the broadcast. All you do is if you're walking by the table, all you saw me, Lucy, and whoever for a guest. It's like, what are they saying?
That's a big
but the speaker wasn't,
tournament, too.
you could hear it on the radio and see it on the YouTube page. But if you're walking by and you're a golfer, you're like, what the heck is going on here? You can just see the banner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
Manny
was a
Del
lot of fun.
Carmen and Jose, I mean, they do a heck of a job putting that golf
Yeah, they get
tournament
a
together.
lot of big companies and a
Big
lot of
sponsors. I
supporters.
mean, it's a lot of fun. That's over at Ritter's.
Ritter's Golf Club in East Bridgewater, right next to one of our supporters, Audrey's
Yes,
restaurant.
yes,
where
a
we
lot
had
of
the
fun.
basketball ceremony. So that's good. How we doing, sir?
A minute left, 12:59.
All right, so we have the head coach, Dave Umschneider.
Schneider.
Umschneider. He's the head
Umschneider.
baseball coach at Case High School.
Yep.
Brady Kudo is also going to join us,
Yep.
and he's going to bring in a couple players
Nice.
from the baseball team, and that is Saturday, July 30th.
Nice.
Last
Nice.
Saturday in July.
And
so.
then Keegan's going to try to set a date for the hockey program.
Yes.
So we'll
Right,
have that. That'll be
right.
pretty
I'm
cool.
going to try to get the softball
Yep.
side also
So
at
we're
Case High School.
We're starting to get this side of
Yep.
of 495, whatever you want to
Yep.
call it. I'm not a GPS. I don't know which way I'm going. Then we get Boston Athletic Academy. I want to try to get the Silver Lake coach on. He just can't. He just got his job over there,
Who's
football
that?
program. I forget his name. He took the gentleman's job. Remember the guy from Attleboro?
Oh, yeah.
So the guy he left his Silver Lake job. Now he's in Attleboro. I want to talk to the guy who took his job and do something like that. All right. So for everyone at 4 Deep Sports Talk, we hope you enjoyed this hour of 4 Deep Sports Talk. We had the privilege of talking with Keegan Hamblett. I actually got it right 5 times.
Woohoo!
Right? You have no idea. We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.
Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.